In John chapter 7, we read this story, we encounter this story, which is set in the Feast of Booths or Feast of Tabernacles in Jerusalem, one of the festivals. And part of this procession, part of this festival would have been this procession of going. The priesthood would have taken this jar, they would have gone and they would have scooped from a pool, and they would have had a procession that led back to the temple. And they would have done this 7 times over 7 days. And on the last day of the festival, the most important day, they would have done it 7 times. And really symbolizing the significance of water purification and ritual purity within the Jewish framework. And then Jesus stands up in John 7:37 and onward. He says, it says, on the last and most important day of the festival, Jesus stood up and cried out, "If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink." Over and against the religious system of the day, Jesus says, yeah, but that's not actually quenching your thirst. If you're really thirsty, come to me, and I will give you streams of living water. And so Jesus meets us in our thirst, in our need, in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So what I want to do today is a little bit of a spiritual exercise, a little bit of a lectio divina. This is a Latin for divine word. The way in which we read scripture almost as though it's reading over us, washing over us, as opposed to studying it and looking at it for the answers. We listen for how God is going to speak through the word to us. So lectio typically follows a pretty open framework of we read the text 3 times. We take time for silence and pausing. And so if you find you need that pausing, just hit pause on the video. And we ask ourselves questions, prompts. And so one of the ways I found lectio to be pretty helpful is 3 different prompts: head, heart, and then body. And so what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I invited into? So I'm going to read Psalm 63, just the first 5 verses, with this invitation. And so I'd invite you to quiet yourself, sit down, take a relaxed posture, settle in, think about your breathing, slow it down, turn off the music, the surroundings, the distractions, and just settle in for a moment to Psalm 63. And so as I read it through the first time, what word or phrase resonates with you or captures your attention? What's your mind focused on? God, you are my God. I eagerly seek you. I thirst for you. My body faints for you in a land that is dry, desolate, and without water. So I gaze on you in the sanctuary to see your strength and your glory. My lips will glorify you because your faithful love is better than life. So I will bless you as long as I live. At your name, I will lift up my hands. You satisfy me as with rich food. My mouth will praise you with joyful lips. So again, if you need to pause the video to have some silence, to think through what word or phrase am I being drawn to in this psalm. Then we'll read it again. And this time, be reflecting on what feeling or emotion surfaces inside of you as you sit with this text. God, you are my God. I eagerly seek you. I thirst for you. My body faints for you in a land that is dry, desolate, and without water. So I gaze on you in the sanctuary to see your strength and your glory. My lips will glorify you because your faithful love is better than life. So I will bless you as long as I live. At your name, I will lift up my hands. You satisfy me as with rich food. My mouth will praise you with joyful lips. Again, here in the silence, if you need to hit pause, Just be mindful of what emotions or feeling response is welling up inside you. Pay attention to it. Invite it. And the third reading would be more of a reading of invitation, an invitation of what God is calling you to do with your body, with your life. So we'll read it one more time. God, you are my God. I eagerly seek you. I thirst for you. My body faints for you in a land that is dry, desolate, and without water. So I gaze on you in the sanctuary to see your strength and your glory. My lips will glorify you because your faithful love is better than life. So I will bless you as long as I live. At your name, I will lift up my hands. You satisfy me as with rich food. My mouth will praise you with joyful lips. Again, in the silence, if you need to pause, reflecting on what is God inviting you to? What is the action that this contemplation is inviting you into? Sort of the breathing in and the breathing out, the rhythm. And so this practice of lectio, you can do it on your own. You can do it corporately. And it's just an opportunity for us to, in all the competing voices around us, and all the offerings of water that does not actually hydrate us, an opportunity for us to sit with Jesus and drink from streams of living water that actually do nourish our souls and care for us in this dry and weary land. Be well, friends.